Alright, cross out community. And this is a little bit of a test about the 7-pin rule that graces our game and keeps all of our hover friends alive. Right now, I have two targets, one pass-through, one non-pass-through. They are both at least 7 blocks away from the cabin. Neither one of these have much durability. 16, if you do the correct multiplications, technically it can take, well, it's still 16 damage, but when you really think about it, it's like 160 because you have to multiply this by 10 because it only takes 10% damage. So it takes 10 times more to knock it off. This is a non-pass-through part. It has 44 durability. I mean, now there's no way that what if I use this median here? One median does around like 180 if I'm not mistaken. So I will need 4 of these to do what, 170. But that still wouldn't be enough damage to necessarily stop the projectile. I still should do an extra 4 damage to the cabin. If I do 180 damage, I still should do 4 damage to the cabin. But I won't because the cabin is at least 7 pins away. This is 6 pins, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically, what is that? 11 pins. Cabin is 11 pins from the front. So basically nothing will be able to make it through here, like at all. And I can demonstrate that now. Because as you've probably noticed in the Wasteland, a lot of people use pass-through armor. I use it myself on this build here. Gravel stars are very, very fragile. I mean, really fragile. But using my pass-through armor in the back, I save my weapons from a lot of damage while I'm running away. Alright, now this target right here, it's doing something similar. You can think of the cabin as my back gun. So when people are shooting at my back, they're hitting this pass-through, and it's at least 7 blocks away from my back gun. And this is how this premise should work. So if I shoot dead center right here and try to hit the cabin, I did 16 damage. You know why I did 16 damage? Because I did enough damage to break the 160, because this does 180. But I still did not hit the cabin. Now, let's shoot through the non-pass-through parts. Do 102. So that's 44 plus 44 is 88 plus whatever residual damage I had left over. So that's around. So I should probably do like 5 damage to this. 2 damage. Yeah, makes sense. Now someone was not to be named. They were under the assumption that only pass-through works with the 7-pin rule. And I'm here to show you that you don't even need any of this shit back here. You can just use this one piece. You don't need any of that shit. That's why you see hovers with little tiny pieces of armor in the front of their builds just hanging on by threads. Because if you hit that little tiny piece, your round is wasted. You just wasted a round, basically. You did 5 damage. And I can demonstrate that here, right now. With pass-through, cabin didn't feel it. Non-pass-through, cabin didn't feel it. It did enough, exactly 44 damage, enough to take this off. The rest of the damage dissipated. Because after 7 blocks, all projectiles in this game dissipate. That's why the Scorpion works off a 7-pin rule. If I get me one single Scorpion, it won't go any further. Even though Scorpion has its penetration, let's bet that this Scorpion still does 44 damage when I hit this. No cabin damage, I'm gonna guess. See if I'm right. 44 damage. And I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say it's gonna do 16 to this one. 16. All right. I hope that helped out anybody who was wondering about the 7-pin rule and cross out. Yes, it does in fact work for all things, wheels, movement parts, in general, freaking modules. If it has thickness, it works. Basically, I can't even say that because it works with a Neon Santa too, and that thing's as thin as paper. As long as it is a armor piece or a piece that you can build with, that 7-pin rule still applies. All right, thank you for watching. Hope this helped.